Yes, well, here we are on Memorial Day. Welcome to the live stream.
And we are about to begin day 3 of this kinetic shelter in place.
Sculpture in place.
Kinetic sculpture in place.
But
of course, it's Memorial Day.
And that is a day which we have set aside as a nation to honor the memories of those who paid the ultimate price for our freedom and the families who made that sacrifice, and to honor our veterans. And it would be inappropriate and unthinking for us not to take a moment and do so today, as we do every year.
Behind us, you can see a picture of the Memorial Day parade from Ferndale. This year, of course, it was virtual.
Our very own Digital Dan carrying the American flag as always. And he is one of many veterans in the Kinetic family. Our own Rob Doug, of course, served in the Marines, and our current rating Rutabaga Queen, Sir Queen Robotica, also a veteran. Thank you for your service. Thank you so much. And we just wanted to acknowledge that we are sculpturing in place this year as a way to honor those sacrifices. We are doing everything we can to be safe. We're doing everything we can to stay alive. And we don't want to throw away their ultimate price that they've paid in order to keep us safe and free. So we encourage everyone to do what you do at home. So any words of wisdom, my queen, this morning? Because you wrote some beautiful things on Facebook.
Yes, I woke up this morning and I watched the Ferndale Memorial Day Parade digitally and shared some messages with Digital Dan and put out really what I believe Memorial Day to be, or this Kinetic Monday, where we celebrate kinetics and the human spirit and human powered innovation, and we celebrate the beginning of summer, but we honor those who served. Honor comes first. On this day we start with the parade and then we have glory. So as the day continues, remember to put honoring first and glory second.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So a little bit about what today is going to bring. Today, of course, the final day of Kinetic Sculpture in Place, we are going to have the final of the major engineering challenges, which is the Ovo Madness Mud Run, which we'll explain a little bit.
Which is kind of exciting that for the first time in many years, we're kind of bringing back Slippery Slimy Slope.
That's right. And it's not the hard way going uphill, but still very interesting. Then what's going to happen is the judges are going to tabulate and deliberate while we rewatch the pageantry.
And then we are going to have our awards banquet, minus the banquet.
Well, you can bring your own BYOB. Bring your own banquet.
Bring your own banquet. Perfect.
But we will have our awards ceremony, and there are lots of prizes and goodies to be given away, and a lot of fun stories to tell. And you'll get to see examples of a lot of this stuff. I wanted to remind.
And yes, there are trophies this year. They're wonderful as well.
And things have to be mailable. Especially since we have contestants from really all over the world this year, which is so exciting.
Well, anything is mailable. It just sometimes it's expensive.
All right. So there are ways in which we can all support Kinetics, and especially the Kinetic Museum, which is the home of our glory and our history. And it needs our support right now more than ever because it has been closed for over 2 months now to keep everybody safe. So we have an art auction happening. Various Kinetic artisans have made things that are up for auction on eBay. And Jay, can you roll that the auction information for us, please? You don't have it? I thought we did. Okay. So if you go to kineticgrandchampionship.com and you click on the auction. Oh, Katie has it.
That was me. No, I just wanted to, I could show you the auction.
Yes, please show us the auction.
Show us the auction.
So I need to just share my screen.
Yes, go ahead.
Go right ahead.
Share your screen.
Okay. I can't because I think Jay is showing his.
Oh, you have to unshare, Jay.
June Moxon contacted me early in the planning for this. I think maybe even before we had announced what all the challenges were going to be. And she said that she had before as part of the race, there used to be these hero awards, and they would be given to somebody in the race who had just really done something truly remarkable. And she wanted to bring back those hero awards and make them available to all of the heroes around us right now. So, and then also to benefit the museum. So she created a hero award, and then she called on other Kinetic artists to also create artwork in the theme of heroes, whether they be Kinetic heroes or they be the heroes in our lives right now who are making things possible and making things safe for us all to, you know, keep living and keep seeking out glory. So we have everything that all of the artists donated up on YouTube. I'm sorry, up on eBay. And that eBay auction is going to continue through next Saturday. So you have a chance after the live stream to go look at all the beautiful things and some tasty things that have been donated to the art auction to benefit the museum. And you'll have until next Saturday to bid. So I'm going to show you real quick. I just want to show you the Hero Award because it's so pretty.
And we have so many heroes in our Kinetic family. Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
Wow, look at that.
There we are. And that's the one by June Moxon.
Wow.
And there are, of course, a lot of really beautiful pieces here and some tasty things. The Raspberry Fembot sent over some tasty treats and some, I think that might be soap that gives you superpowers. So
nice.
That's good. Some very hot Tabasco earrings there. Please do, you can find a link to that eBay auction on kineticgrandchampionship.com under the art auction, or you can just search for Kinetic Universe on eBay. Thanks so much.
All right.
Thank you, Queen. A lot of paint buckets. I want to remind all of our glorious spectators that at the noon whistle, everybody gets to play along with the noon whistle this year. So get ready to make your own noon whistle and have some pandemonium when we get started with the Ovo Madness Mud Run shortly after noon. Any how have your team been using? I saw that you guys baked brownies. Queen Robotica.
They looked delicious.
Nice and fudgy. Of course, Monica's a great cook. What else have you guys been using your eggs for?
Well, we started the weekend by trying to learn how to juggle. That didn't work out great. Other uses for eggs include face masks. It's how I look so great on screen today. We made brownies in a video. Monica has made many omelets with things from our garden. Being at home allowed us the opportunity to restart our garden and start growing our own food. And our Kinetic pilots gave us something to eat with them.
Fantastic.
Let's see. We've had homemade pasta made with eggs.
This morning we had tater tots with fried eggs. Absolutely delicious.
But and we had tapioca pudding last night, which also involves an egg.
Mm-hmm.
We're all so wholesome.
So I've got to tell folks who are just tuning in and may have missed some of the Kinetic madness that we've done thus far, is that once this is all said and done, I think Katie is going to be posting links to YouTube that will have all the different challenges. So you'll be able to see if you missed them when they happened during this 3-day weekend, you'll be able to see them in your own time.
You'll get a playlist of all the pageantry or all the water crossings or all the egg drops or whatever. And you'll get what you're seeing when we show them on the live stream is the prettied up version.
Mm-hmm.
But the judges got to see the raw and unedited version. So they are getting more information to score and judge by than we all have been getting this weekend. But that's okay. We got to see the pretty versions.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and speaking of pretty, I think we're going to be once we do the mud run today, I believe we're going to get a chance to while the judges are tabulating scores, we're going to get a chance to see the pageantry once again.
That's right. We did say that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have some pretty good excitement. I'll tell you a little bit about the Ovo Madness Mud Run challenge today. which is basically like one of those marble runs where the naked egg travels, and it has to go at least 6 feet across and 6 feet vertically. It didn't say whether it had to be up or down. I assume people want down, but
although I think fungi will probably go up. I'm guessing.
Egg McCracken again. I'm looking forward to it all. It's going to be a lot of fun. So again, there are lots of ways that you can support the museum. This year's merchandise is truly glorious. You have your Kinetic Sculpture in Place t-shirts in the ever popular black or the stay at home green. You have the bandana with the Sculpture in Place logo done by Lush Newton, which is
it's beautiful.
Fantastic. So think of it this way. If you normally spent $50 this weekend doing Kinetics, let's say you were a spectator and you might have spent some money on the plaza and some money in Ferndale, like eating food or whatever. Can you take that money and buy Kinetic merchandise with it?
Or you can also get a virtual ticket, which also goes
invisible ticket.
Yes, invisible ticket, which also goes to help the museum and the race.
If you normally spent, I don't know, $300 or $400 feeding your team during Kinetic weekend, can you at least buy a t-shirt? Because the truth is that someday this pandemic will be behind us and we will go back to what we consider normal of gathering together for 3 days of silliness and genius and creativity and good spirits.
It's always interesting what we consider normal.
Yes. So I said what we consider normal. And it won't take a lot of years before this kind of fades a little bit. And to have a memento of what we've done that's so extraordinary this year, to really embody the spirit that Hobart Brown wanted us to embody. I mean, he would have been so thrilled with what everybody has come up with.
Absolutely.
The good spirits, the silly good fun, the adults having fun so kids will want to grow up. Like all of that is happening even though we're doing it at home.
And it's also fun seeing a lot of kids involved in these videos.
Absolutely.
Because it shows it's so contagious. There are so many people who are doing Kinetics now who were children. Because this
like ours.
This thing's been going,
like Robert.
Like Queen Robotica. Because
Sir Queen Robotica.
Because this has been going on for so long.
Right.
I mean, it's
great. People have got their dogs on their teams.
I mean, it's like we're a 3-generation Kinetic family. Your father,
pilots.
Yeah, your father raced. I raced. You raced, and
both of our kids have raced.
Both of our kids have raced. So.
And that's our throwdown challenge for other families. Can you make 3 generations or more happen?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Now it's like, if any of our kids have kids,
it's going to be a few years.
It'll be a few years.
It'll be a few years. And our kids were pilots, by the way, not barnacles.
That's true. That's true.
I think the closest Michael came to being a barnacle was when I was pregnant with him and riding in Hobart's limo.
Now, the only member of our family who has aced, of course, is
Grandpa, my dad.
Your dad, yeah. That's Robert Koga, in case you're wondering.
And he has
who
the unique, I guess, honor of having raced with Hobart, with Allie Krause, with Dwayne Flatmo, which it's pretty amazing to race with all 3. They're very different kind of racers, all of them. And my dad's has done all of them. And
my first race was with Hobart on the Quagmire Queen.
Yeah, you and my dad both.
My God.
I was terrified. Crossing that bay from Fields Landing.
It's hard to believe I did it again after that.
And then we look back and we laugh about being up to our armpits and stinging nettles in Lolita and things like that. It's just, part of the fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm happy to say that I have fewer mosquito bites this year than ever before. No Razuli tampered mosquitoes out at Dead Man's Drop to eat me this year, although there are a couple attempting in the garden. We were able to have a hot breakfast on Monday morning, which rarely happens. You have endless coffee.
This is true.
Flush toilets wherever we go. There are a lot of advantages to Kinetic Sculpture in Place.
Oh, yes.
I think one of the advantages also is that we are able to, am I on?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Is that we are able to provide an infinite amount of merchandise because ordinarily we make the t-shirts, we bring out the t-shirts, we sell the t-shirts. Right now we have a printer standing by, waiting. As soon as we close out orders this evening, he's going to start printing those out. and then we're going to ship them out. And I just wanted to hop on the air because I keep getting questions about pickup. The pickup at the Kinetic Museum option in the store was accidentally left on. The Kinetic Museum is closed right now. So what we're going to do is connect with another local organization that is doing pickup for other things. So we're going to let people know if they chose pickup, where and when to pick up their shirts, but it's not the Kinetic Museum. They are not there. Your shirts aren't there. There's no one in the museum. But if you want to go down on one of your healthy walks for the day, you can go look at the trophies in the window and go spot some chickens and bears.
What I love is that this year you don't have to go, what do you mean you're out of smalls? What do you mean you're out of extra large? It's whatever size you need and whichever color you prefer.
That's fantastic. And of course, we are going to we will order ours.
We will do that before the close of business today.
Yes, I will get the ever popular black.
I'll get the stay-at-home green, and I want a bandana.
We'll get one of those too.
Yeah, we're gonna leave we'll leave the merchandise store up until midnight tonight, so people have plenty of time after the stream to go and get their awesome merchandise. And then, of course, the art auction stays up through next Saturday, and we'll be printing shirts this week and then getting them out as soon as we can.
So that's midnight Pacific Daylight Time for those folks in other time zones on
12
Earth.
hours and 12 minutes from now.
There we go. Ooh, 12 minutes to the noon whistle. I'm so excited. There will be more pandemonium.
So, Katie, I've got to ask, are there any of those 50th anniversary pins left, or did those all sell out?
I believe those are all sold out.
I thought they'd go just like that.
Yeah.
Last year we ordered a certain number of them and held back like 10 or 15 for dignitaries, and gave a few to some Sears and like the Lifetime Achievement Award, and then had just a few left over in the museum. And the merchandise people said that people were buying them off of each other's shirts.
Wow.
They're a very high demand item. And then I lost them, and then I found them again, and so we put them online for this year. So there was only like 5 that went up for sale, and they went really, really quickly.
Yeah,
I want to make a habit of the Kinetic pins, though. Those turned out really cool.
Yeah, I know. They were very special. I know a couple of people tried to buy mine, and I said that it is just under no circumstances for sale. Too important.
I'm almost scared to wear mine. I bought one myself, and I'm like, oh, I know it's got a back on it, but it just, because I'm so used to Kinetic bribes. You get all these bribes on the plaza, and you walk around, you wear them proud, and then by the end of the day, there's just a series of pin backs with a glob of hot glue on it, and then like, I don't know where the bribe went. So these are obviously made much better than that. But
yeah, these are really nice. I do want to take a moment and say some thank yous. We always start our banquet with thank yous, but there's nothing wrong with thanking people ahead of time. So thank you to everybody who's participating, whether you're a glorious spectator or an engineer or an artist or an extronaut or one of those things. Thank you for being part of our silly good fun. Thank you to our Rutabaga royalty, not just Sir Queen Robotica, but his entire court of princesses. Thank you guys for all your hard work. Thank you to Isaac and the Kinetic Paranormal Society for putting together Microkinetics. What a sweet thing that was. And a huge thank you to our technical wizard, Jay, and also to Randall from Team Pineapple for doing all the master control stuff. And we could not say enough thank yous ever to Kinetic Universe, and especially to you, Queen. A lot of paint buckets. I know you've been burning the candle on both ends and in the middle and every place in between to make this happen. And we're having so much fun because of your hard work. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to all of those intrepid folks who came before us. We stand on the shoulders of giants.
And I think it's kind of interesting how almost every year I've been involved in Kinetics, there has been always at least one day of rain. And of course, this year, when we're all sheltering in place, it has been sunny all 3 days.
Well, you know, Hobart always used to say, even in the event of sunshine, the race will go on. And Memorial Day is happening earlier this year than it ever can. This is the earliest it is in May. And if you look to next weekend's weather forecast, there's a chance of showers.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But it is Memorial Day weekend, so. And
Queen Robotica. Oh, you were going to say something. Never mind. No. So we are about 8 minutes to the noon siren. I am waiting for the text from the goddess Geno. So we will be on goddess Geno time again today, as always. So again, everybody participates in the noon whistle.
We have a recording of the Arcada Noon Whistle that we will play, but everyone is welcome to participate in their own way. Kazoos, or noisemakers, or just your
Get
own
your
voice,
dogs to bark.
or howl. Better yet.
But howling is it? Oh, look at what Queen Robotica has. Ooh, fancy.
Oh, and a tambourine.
I know a lot of people are missing the Royal Kinetic Madness Band right now, so I've assembled my own one-person Royal Kinetic Sadness Band with my and my
Well,
tambourine.
we've got some time to kill. You want to serenade us?
No, thank you.
We also actually have a set from the Royal Kinetic Madness Band. They sent us a music video.
Really? Do we have time to play it? I think we've got about.
I have no idea if it's ready to go, but we'll find out.
Okay, Jay's gonna see if he can rustle that up for us. That's great.
Yeah, that is.
We haven't had the Royal Kinetic Madness Band all weekend,
So you know what they're saying is for the madness and the beer.
And the beer.
When the Royal Kinetic Madness Band got in touch, they said, you know, do you guys, I didn't think to contact them, and they contacted us and they said, would you like some music from us? I was like, oh my God, yes, absolutely. We didn't quite have it ready for the pageantry, so it could give you that plaza feel, but I think for me, the Madness Band starts the race and ends the race. Like,
yeah, they're always
when you're coming onto the plaza, and then when you can hear them outside the palace at the finish line, oh, I've made it.
Or inside the palace.
Well, I mean, you can hear them from outside the palace.
Yes.
Yeah, on the way in.
Absolutely. Jay, any luck finding that clip?
All right. Let's hear from the Royal Kinetic Madness Band.
I want to know if you'll be my girl. Hey, baby, I want to know if you'll be my girl.
I am so happy that now it feels like Kinetics.
That was great.
That was glorious. Thank you, Royal Kinetic Madness Band. It's just not the same without you. I'm so glad you could be part of our fun this weekend. We are less than 4 minutes away from the noon whistle, such as it is. Siren, howling, kazoo, trombone, whatever you got.
And of course, Jeno is in communication with us and will let us know when it is noon Kinetic time.
That's right. So I've got her. We're texting. I'm waiting for the countdown from her. So we are all set to go. When she is ready, then we will begin. Today, again, we've got the art auction happening, merchandise for sale until midnight our time, all at kineticgrandchampionship.com. Invisible tickets, support the museum. Please, please, please. It is so important to us.
Especially since right now they're closed because of sheltering in place. So they definitely need your help.
It's our repository of glory, and it
Mhm.
holds our history. I also want to make a special nod to Team Pineapple, Don and Randall and everybody. They've made our historical video that we've shown this weekend.
That was wonderful.
And Don is also the editor and compiler. You want to go grab the compendium?
Oh,
I just
yeah.
wanted to show it off. For folks who haven't yet seen it, we have, there, Queen Robotica has his available.
Oh, perfect.
It is glorious indeed. It has a lot of history and pictures, and it's kind of like our yearbook.
Mhm.
So
look at
you
that.
can autograph pictures, and it's great fun. So I don't know if she has any more available, but do you know, Robotica?
Kinetic history is our favorite bedtime story in this house. For a while prior to the races, Alton was reading the rules as his bedtime story.
Aw.
You know you're raising them right when.
Hey, look, I'm on the cover of that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one
right.
of Dwayne's contraptions there, I think.
Yeah, it's really quite wonderful and glorious. So we want to just acknowledge those folks who've been kind of making sure that we don't forget where we've come from.
Absolutely. Yeah,
And-
that is a wonderful book. And there have been several.
Speaking of Kinetic history, as I know Kinetic Noon is approaching, I just wanted to point out to folks that Kinetic Universe has a YouTube channel where all of this stuff is going to be coming up over the course of the next week. Everything that all the team videos, the Rutabaga Ball, everything that we've been doing here, all the live streams are currently there. If you missed anything, and we're going to keep adding more stuff as the week goes on. So if you
And I'm going to say
Wonderful.
within the next couple weeks, just because I want to give you a chance to sleep a lot of paint buckets. Let's say it within the next couple weeks.
Who needs to sleep? I haven't made it to Ferndale yet.
Well, in the real world, we're about 30 seconds out from noon. So we'll.
I believe the goddess Jenna is pretty synced up, so we will do our
we'll get ours
our
ready.
countdown. Yeah, it's ready to go.
Okay.
So we
have 20 seconds.
Yep. Again, noon whistle. Everybody can participate with whatever kind of noise-making device. If you've got groggers from Purim or trumpets or anything like that.
Okay,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's noon.
Pandemonium.
That's right. See if we can get the dogs to howl. Our neighbor dogs howl a lot. They're very cute. So this is when on day 3, the pilots would normally have a Le Mans start, run across the road, hop into their contraptions, their machines, their sculptures, and start pedaling for Ferndale.
That's right. Well, there would be no road. They'd be at Crab Park.
Well, if they across the road, you know how it is. It's a dirt road. Some teams get a slower start.
That's right.
But and for those who've never been out to Crab Park, let me just tell you that it's a very wholesome evening where teams gather together for a nutritious meal, and then they
sometimes sing Kumbaya.
Yes, folk songs, and then everybody goes to bed really early to be well rested for day 3. And
That's right.
It's our very gentle family reunion.
Absolutely, and we're sticking by that.
That's right.
Okay,
Never get us to say anything else.
So next we have the mud run where we're going the Ovo Mud Run, which is going to be a blast.
So let me explain the rules, please.
Oh, please do.
So challenge 3, the Ovo Madness Mud Run. Participants create a downstream course like a marble run where the naked kinetic egg travels at least 6 horizontal feet and 6 vertical feet. I guess because it's a downstream course, it implies down. During this challenge, the egg may not be placed in a moving container which moves along the course. The beginning of the mud run must be marked with a start line at least 6 feet higher than the finish and 6 feet horizontal away. So fall over run is greater than 6 over 6. The end must be marked with the finish line. Okay. Once the egg passes the start line, all humans must be at least 6 feet away until it crosses the finish line. Once the egg passes the start line, no human can touch the course, the egg, or anything connected to the course or the egg until the egg crosses the finish line. Once the egg has crossed the finish line, you have to show it closely to the camera, then break it into a container to prove it's not fake or boiled, and then cook with it or something. We're not trying to waste eggs here. And that is what we are going to be looking for. Are we ready for our background change
All
here?
right, we're going to head over to the mud course right now. 1, 2, 3. Boom!
There we
We're at the
are.
mud course. Isn't that amazing?
I love technology.
Look at that. Wow, that was a very fast travel there.
Yeah,
Look
well,
at that beautiful mud course right there behind
that's
us.
a mega mud course. So if we are ready to watch our first group of contestants, Jay? Thank you.
Welcome back. We are at our egg run. We have Alice up on the top. We have Zach ready with the trigger. Our Judy Bear hanging out. Now notice here is our start line. Alice, please show everybody where the tape is indicating the start line. Okay, our course is made on a 9-foot long coronation train from Fiesta. Our finish line is down here next to our roses because, you know, off with their head if the roses aren't red. And we have little flamingos hanging out everywhere. All the flamingos actually have a name from the top. We have Audrey Hepburn, and then we have Bird Reynolds. The tall one would be Larry Bird, and then the one facing away is the modest Lady Bird. We have Whoopi Goldberg, and at the bottom we have Bob. And we are ready for our egg run. And let's go. Woohoo! Okay, let's get a little close-up of our beautiful little egg. Okay, we're gonna rinse him off in some water. Up, up, up. Where'd our water go? We lost our water. Okay, well, wipe him off best you can on your shirt because I don't want dirt in our egg. Okay. Okay, and now we will crack our beautiful little egg into a cup and make omelets. Woohoo! Ah, there we go. Awesome. Thank you, Zach. Woohoo!
We're going to deposit our egg in here. It's going to shoot all the way down the flume through the little tunnel. Then it's going to bounce over here on this recycled bike frame that has never been built yet. Catch some air onto that platform. It's gonna go speeding around this turn. Woo! Catching up a little bit of speed before it jumps into the final ramp down towards the finish line. All right. Are you ready?
Howdy, Kinetic fans. I'm Carl, and this is my Kinetic Sculpture in Place 2020. Just
from 6 feet up, bring it down.
What is happening?
We've been Razzuli'd again.
Damn you, Razuli!
And maybe it's Princess Chelsea as well. Just saying. I sense a little green there.
No.
We were so close. It was going so well.
I know.
And then Razzuli. Damn. Dang.
So, Jay, have you been able to wrestle Razzuli's minions away from the video?
Okay. So while you are wrestling the minions, let us talk once again about the art auction and the merchandise, because this is the best way that we know, unless you are a gazillionaire and you just want to make a huge endowment to the museum, which we would totally give you glory for, by the way.
Yes, and if you are gazillionaires, I can't think of a better way to spend your money.
That's right. Support Kinetics. You can go to kineticgrandchampionship.com. You can buy an invisible ticket for any amount that is comfortable for you, but that money goes to support our wonderful museum. You can also go to the Glorious Gift Shop, buy this year's Kinetic Sculpture in Place t-shirts in the ever popular black or the stay-at-home green, and of course this year's bandana with the fabulous logo of the chicken with the mask on it from Lush Newton. Definitely want one of those.
So we are in the middle of the Ovo Madness Mud Run. Of course, we've seen one
part of one video.
Well, we saw one. We saw Alice in Corona Land. And
I love the names of the flamingos. Oh my gosh!
Oh my God, it was fantastic.
So funny.
And we've yet to see Team Pineapple. Did you say you're ready, Jay?
Okay. Okay, we will chatter on until you are ready. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We're going to give it a go.
Fingers crossed. Okay. So if you're wondering about today's extra challenge, there isn't one. We did them all yesterday.
Madness judging video. And the challenge is to take an egg from 6 feet up, bring it down 6 feet, and out at least 6 feet. And you can go in the X direction and then the Y, and that'll take forever, or you can go in the Y direction and then the X, and really scream along here, as you'll see soon here. So, my egg is starting at about 6 feet 8 inches up. It'll be hanging on this nail somewhere. Here, come here, you nail. Take 2. And here's a lovely bit of art for you. Well, when you're working on making I made that bench today, which is kind of why things are kind of scrappy on the art side. But here's my art, and it's also my start. So let's hang up that start. That goes right here. The finish line is going to be out here somewhere. We'll have to poke that in. To safely go from dropping an egg to shooting it out to the side takes a nice gentle curve. And if you've got a sharp knife and some cardboard, that's all you need to make a nice smoothie curve here. Look at that, just a little hot glue on the tabs here, and you can make a beautiful curve. Takes that egg from going straight down to straight out. And this cardboard gets me to almost 6 feet, but that egg's gonna go about 2 feet out the end here. It really shoots. And to anchor it, to hold it in place, all you need is a nail. Poke a little nail through there, and that holds it in place. Again, everything's from home. I didn't go to the store to buy anything. Just take my nail, poke it in, somewhere. Where's that hole? Can't find my hole. Poke that nail in. And there you go, it's nice and smooth. The egg's just gonna drop straight down and out. Let's give it a finish line here too. There we go. So that's about it. Simple and fast. That's me. Thank you for watching. Reed Spacer here for the Dead Man's Egg Drop Run video. So, 1 egg, up 6.5 feet. Alright. 6 feet, 6.5 feet down, 6.5 feet over. There's the start line. There's my finish line. And here we go. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Ho! Lovely. Have your egg. Where's my cracking space? Where's my cracking space? Oi! Do not hide that egg. Keep that egg in plain sight until you show it. You have a lovely egg. Don't stand too close to the camera. And presto. My one-handed cracking was pathetic there. But the egg run went swimmingly well here. Thank you much.
Howdy Kinetic fans, I'm Carl, and this is my Kinetic Sculpture in Place 2020 Ovo Madness Mud Run entry. Here it is. It's made out of cardboard and wood and a little bit of paint here and there. I got my start line as specified by the rules. I've got my finish line as specified by the rules. I've got over 6 horizontal and vertical feet of descent down to the finish line. I've got Mr. Potato Head here as functioning as the ramp meister. And I'm going to go ahead. I've just done the engineering again just to use up time because you guys want me to do 2 minutes and 13 seconds at minimum. So I got my glory egg here. It's all glorified. I'm going to go up here and launch I'm going to stand in this corner as far out of the way as I can. And now here goes. I think I just heard the Rampmeister say go. And we're at the bottom. Now for the final. Is it a hard-boiled egg or is it not? Hopefully you can still see. There you go. And you can see it is a real egg.
Hello and welcome to Humboldt Kinetic Works. We are competing in the 2020 Kinetic Sculpture in Place race, and this is challenge number 3. And I want to just kind of tell you how this came about. I wanted to use a lot of stuff that we've used in the past, or recycle stuff that might not normally get used. So as you see here, this large tube is tube that I received my steel in for my new sculpture for the race, which was delayed. But I got some of these and they just sat in the corner. So this here is just to keep them on track. I call it the cave of endless tickles. And I'll explain that in a moment. So the egg will start off here. I've got a quick release tube that will sit here, has a long cord. You may recognize this from the previous challenge. This will slide in here, which will allow the egg to be placed to rest. And then we can step off and pull the cord. When I release that, the egg will then enter the tunnel of endless tickles. And if you look down there, you'll see there are things poking out. And what those are an old broom. Another part, I had found a broken broom sitting in the corner, and I took that broom and I chopped up the end, the bristles of the broom, and because I noticed they were all in little bundles, and there were dozens of them to make up the broom. So I got my handy grinder out with a cutting blade and chopped these into these individual tickle units, which I then placed down here. So when the egg was just getting too aggro, it gave him a little tickle, which kind of, slowed him down and let him enjoy himself down the glorious tube of tickles. So as the egg rolls down, you will see these little things. They're not attached. I wanted them to flex because I don't want to stop him. I just want to slow him down a little bit. And he'll roll down here to this tubing here, which takes a significant drop. As they drop, the farther they drop, the faster they go. So it will exit the tube of tickles into the metal tubing, which would then drop it down on, once again, some old foam here. Even a little red piece of foam. For those of aficionados of kinetics, you may recognize the hats from Hell on Wheels or Hell on Axles. Sacrifice a little chunk. At which point it will enter the corrugated greenhouse roofing, which works very good for an egg, and it will slide it down here, at which point it will roll down and across the finish line. All in the view of the glorious judges. And there we have it, the 2020 Ovo Egg Mud Run, or something to that effect. Let the glory commence.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the 2020 Humboldt Kinetic Race in Place. Here we are with Team Fungi set up, ready for challenge number 3. They'll be going down this strange contraption, and hopefully the little guy will survive with no damages. And what a beautiful day, a balmy 54 degrees, and hey, look, here comes Team Fungi, and Captain and Fungi himself with his pilot, Eggs McCracken. Eggsy, here you go. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, hi. Here with our little pilot this year, Eggsy McCracken. As you can see, all repaired from the previous damages. He's got a few little bumps and bruises, but he's all whole again. Same egg, exactly same Eggsy. Right, Eggsy? Oh yeah, that's me. So Eggsy here is ready for this challenge. We'll be putting him down from at 6 feet high and well over 6 feet horizontal distance. We've actually got a turn and a 1 foot free fall. So, are you sure this is safe? Oh yeah, you'll be fine, Eggsy, no problem, right? So we're gonna
get our trigger right here ready. This is the gate. We'll place that into the gate receptacle. All right. Any last words? Oh, tell my mom I love her. Okay, that's funny, Eggsy. There we go. Put them in. He is in place. And now we will stand back to 6 feet and release him. Alrighty, and here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Eggsy, you did it! Woohoo! You finally did it, Eggsy!
Oh, the crowd is going
wild. Eggsy!
Oh
my gosh, how are you feeling? Eggsy, you did such a great job! That's just
oh my God,
wonderful.
what is that? Oh no, wait! What the? Oh my God! Ladies and gentlemen, a meteorite.
I think it's a meteorite.
You know what? I think he'll be okay. If I just get a little more hot glue and some paper mache, he'll be fine. But
Eggsy, you did great. You were a good egg.
He was a good egg. A little cracked, but he'll be fine. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you soon for the glory and the fun guy.
So we're here in the aftermath of this disaster, this natural disaster, and we're gonna check with the captain of the team Fungi and see if you have any words.
Well, we had a good run. Eggsy, you know, I always seem to bounce back, but it just shows it took a meteorite to end his career. I don't think there's enough hot glue in the world to put him back together, man. Again, no matter if I call in all my men's and all my knights, this is the end of our fair Eggsy.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in pieces.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness, a meteorite. Only Fungi.
Oh my God. That was amazing.
That was
Only
glorious.
one thing to say. Fungi!
Fungi!
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Those are some
much.
great challenges we had right there.
Amazing contraptions. Reed Spacer and Carl from Who's Your Daddy. Everybody, amazing job. And Eggsy made it until the meteorite.
What's really amazing is that one actually worked perfectly. I mean, it's Eggsy even wound up on that little red
Face up.
foam and face up. It was perfect until the meteor.
Until the meteorite hit him. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Poor Eggsy. May he rest in pieces.
Yeah, that's right. Those are some great challenges, but we do have more.
Are we ready, Jay? And we continue with the Ovo Madness Mud Run.
So, contraption number 3 starts up there on the loft of our barn, which, as you can see, is a barn like any other. And it is a gutter that came off of an outbuilding about probably 5 years ago that we've had just collecting weeds beside that outbuilding, and now we know why. It was for this. So we ran it down here. Then it's
Right after?
built up on.
This is actually not a gutter. This is a pool noodle.
Well, I'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
This part is on Ben's crutches. Ben broke his leg last fall.
Beginning of this year.
And so we still have these crutches. So they were handy for this. And then this is extra support, which we built yesterday because we've had gale force winds here for the last 24 hours. And we weren't sure it would survive. But it did with the extra support. Then this is a tamper. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. It's very stable. It's very bottom heavy. Right, it stabilizes. And so then this piece right here, this elbow joint, we did have an elbow joint gutter. Oh, this is another gutter that we just had stored for a rainy day, which this turned out to be.
It was raining yesterday.
We had an elbow joint gutter between these two, but that was where the egg kept breaking, and we couldn't get it padded. So we took a pool noodle, which was stored in the barn. You may think we are pack rats. We are not, I swear. We go to Goodwill like every week. But anyway, we cut open the pool noodle, and that worked great. Except then it started breaking. Oh, and yes, it's padding the end where it comes down to.
But then oh, and there's some baling twine here holding them together. But then it was cracking on its way down from the ricochet effect. So we lined it with some poster board that we had in the basement from when the kids were in elementary school. And that seems to have worked. And then it runs down this one. And it comes out, and there's the orange finish line, and rolls sometimes into the water and sometimes not. Nikki Haminator enjoys drinking the mud. Yes, right. It's intended to be a mud pit. He can drink it. It's okay. He's gross. He's gross. Dogs are gross.
Proves it's real
Good
water.
boy, Nikki. And then Juju Bear is the one marking the start line. So on our run video, you can see when the egg comes through Juju Bear's knees there, and that is when the time starts. And so now we're going to show you the measurements from where Juju Bear is there. And the blue bucket is, could we move the blue bucket directly under Juju Bear? The blue bucket is from the previous challenge, which we haven't done yet, but when you see this. So from the blue bucket to the orange finish line is 6.5 feet, maybe 7, depending on where it rolls out. And we need to do the vertical one too. So from Juju Bear,
Ben, grab the...
just from Juju Bear, it's okay, because that's the start line. From Juju Bear,
Hang on to this Juju Bear.
down to... Lucy, why don't you stabilize that up there while Dad
Just
comes
show
down?
it is more than 6 feet. Just show the 6 feet mark.
I want to show off, dude.
Can you just hang on to it?
Yeah, hang on to it.
Perfect.
Good. Down to the ground is
Almost.
many feet. Almost 9 feet down to the ground. Okay? Anything else we need to show? We'll show you around Early Spring Farm when we do our intro video. Bye!
Alright, so Haminator here. Up at the top, at the starting gate, I have this little thing that the egg sits behind, and I am all the way back here pulling the cord more than 6 feet away, and once I pull it, the egg leaves, and right after I pull the cord, I would drop it so that by the time the egg crosses the starting line, right up there painted in orange, I'm not seeing the contraption anymore. So, yeah.
All right, take 37. Humans, dog. No human up there. And launch.
All right, here it comes. Coming
There it
around.
comes.
Oh,
There it went. Okay, and it almost ran to the mud. Lucy, quickly. Pick it up, examine. Is it solid?
Looks like it.
All the way around, show all the sides, show thoroughly. Awesome, all right, crack it into the thing. Ah, well done, there it was. It's a gross egg, yum, dinner.
It starts off here, up these stairs. It uses the NASA Swarmathon award banner that I had in my office. Comes down to this IKEA stool, segues nicely into my yoga mat, which is tied with lanyards that I had from work and some string, and then it lands in this wadded up towel that is there just to really confuse the egg, to keep it from breaking as it hits this book I got from Christmas and straddle these two things of generic seltzer that I had available. So tested it with a clementine, tested it with a kiwi, worked with the egg first try. So as ugly as it is, you know, it worked. So that's great.
Alright, start up here at the top, 55 inches over the skillet, down through the NASA pants tube, bouncing off of the little squeaker. Squeaker? No, wait, there's the squeaker. There was supposed to be pasta along here, but had to cut that. Then as the egg slaps the hand and waits in the elevator queue, right there, these dominoes here will be falling over, triggering this fingernail clipper, which cuts a monofilament line holding up some counterweights. There's that monofilament going down, those little steel weights. Steel weights help trigger that long wooden lever there, which opens a binder clip holding the tail of that blue cord. The blue cord is holding the elevator down, which has already been under tension from the counterweight. When that is released, it will then spring up there, and hopefully those wire hangers will catch it onto those skewers on either side. There's a magnet we've secured to the front that will help lock in a magnet you can't actually see here. Dumps the egg out, runs down through this chicane of little Q-tips into a teeter-totter where it teeters and totters, then falls down into the second run here for the home stretch. Ducks under a couple things, makes it around this nice dramatic turn, and then stops short of the skillet for mandatory inspection, and then something bad happens to it.
That's good enough.
Thanks for setting this up. Thanks for watching. Here are a couple more outtakes. All right. All right.
The elevator was the worst part of shooting for me, especially since we had to spend so many times on the set. In case you can't tell, that's easily a 7-carton fall. One slip, you're sunny side up, even with that little dish towel they spread out at the bottom.
It starts off here, up these stairs. It uses the NASA Swarmathon award banner that I had in my office. Comes down to this IKEA stool, segues nicely into my yoga mat, which is tied with lanyards that I had from work and some string, and then it lands in this wadded up towel that is there just to really confuse the egg, to keep it from breaking as it hits this book I got from Christmas and straddle these two things of generic seltzer that I had available. So tested it with a clementine, tested it with a kiwi, worked with the egg first try. So as ugly as it is, you know, it worked. So that's great.
All right, start up here at the top, 55 inches over the skillet, down through the NASA pants tube, bouncing off of the little squeaker. Squeaker? No, wait, there's the squeaker. There was supposed to be pasta along here, but had to cut that. Then.
All right. Well, we have been Razzuli'd a little bit
Getting,
with poorly drawn bikes.
Getting a little repeat of some of the stuff that we've had. So Jay is currently
He's going to figure it looks like we're ready to roll with Magic Cool Bus, and then we'll go back to poorly drawn bikes and some of the other teams that we have missed. Is that correct? All right, Magic Cool Bus, take it away.
Mud track challenge. This is a bunch of old pallets strapped together to make the coolest Magic Cool Bus that ever there was. This is my mascot, Woody.
The governor.
You can call him Liz for the purpose of this video. So this is the engineering. It's a bunch of old garden bed retainers held together and a bunch of old oars that I've had in my backyard for forever. And this is our catchboard. Recognize this. And then down here, the egg is going to come down a series of drops, and it's going to come down the oar, and it's going to hit our cool pipe, half pipe, and it's going to roll straight through here to this garden shovel, and it's going to roll down and through these beautiful rocking chair remnants and into the catch pipe. This right here is 72 inches tall. Verifiably, this is our start line, and that is more than 72 inches long. Woohoo! Perfect. You can turn it off now. 7, take 8. Here we go. Egg drop. Egg drop. Woo. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yay! Look, and it didn't even crack at all. That's amazing. It did crack, but not that much. Definitely didn't break open, which is sweet. For the glory, kids. For the glory. Woody's like, bummer, that one didn't break.
Going down Cannibal Road. Oh, it's so bumpy and hot and dry, and we're tired. And that terrible headwind. All right, we're halfway. Keep it going. Oh my goodness. It's hard to steer. Oh, we're almost done. Let's get down to this end of the road. There we go, and we're finished. Hallelujah. Victory lap. Whoa, yay, we're so excited. Yes, oh, glorious. That a grueling thing that was. Glorious, glorious, glorious. Okay, and then just head it off. Yes, great, glory.
Oh, what fun! You may have recognized the people from Magic Cool Bus as last year's Madonna, the Queen of Popcorn. Wow, we are having too much fun. The innovation and the way people are interpreting the challenge. I mean, Reed Spacer thinking you have to go all the way down and all the way across, or all the way across and all the way down, and other people taking a more circuitous route.
Yep.
Making use of barns and dogs and all kinds of clever contraptions.
Now, there's a few that we have missed, so we're hopefully going to get those.
So
Okay.
we've got a couple more teams. We're going to start with Team Pineapple. Take it away, Jay.
Hi, Kinetic friends. Okay, so here is our Ovo Madness Mud Run starting line. We're going to deposit our egg in here. It's going to shoot all the way down the flume through the little tunnel. Then it's going to bounce over here on this recycled bike frame that has never been built yet. Catch some air onto that platform. It's gonna go speeding around this turn. Woo! Catching up a little bit of speed before it jumps into the final ramp down towards the finish line. All right. Are you ready? Let's do it.
All right, little intern.
All right, little intern, here you go.
Awesome. Oh, we don't have the. Oh, here's the bowl. Here you go. Come over to the camera.
So, just tell me up or down.
You're in frame.
Okay.
You're perfect.
So we're gonna crack this little intern, and we're gonna. There we go.
Good job, everybody.
So this is team getting scout a hand.
I'm making eggs go up and down 6 feet.
You know that's not what that means.
Well, I'm not just messing around, Monica. I wrote it down. Therefore, it's science.
I'll show you what I think of your science.
Oh my gosh, the
Wow.
interpretation.
6
feet
feet.
up and down.
6 feet up and down. Wow.
You know a kinetic family when you see one. That's all I can say. Oh, that's so glorious. Oh my goodness. So is that it for our contestants for the Ovo Mud Run, Jay? Okay. So this is what we're going to do is we're going to plug the invisible tickets, the merchandise, and the art auction one more time. And we're going to show the pageantry. And then
while the judges judge.
While the judges tabulate.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will be giving the awards.
Now, are the awards at 2 or are we doing it
We're
once
doing
it's
them when
done?
they're ready.
Okay.
You know, it's 2 Kinetic time. You know, it's like when we say that the finish line closes at 4:37 and everybody's there by 12:30 kind of thing. So first of all, you can support our beloved Kinetic Museum, repository of glory and all of our history by buying an invisible ticket. You go to kineticgrandchampionship.com, buy an invisible ticket for any amount that is comfortable for you. You can go to the Glorious Gift Store there.
And get some wonderful, glorious swag. Here I am wearing some swag from the
previous year's
30th anniversary.
Yeah,
So
this one's special because it's Kinetic sculpture in place.
That's right.
With any
Hopefully
luck,
this will be
it'll
the
be
only
one.
one.
So
Right.
it'll, you know, get your merchandise. And this year, any size you need, small, medium, large, extra large, like you don't have to say, oh my gosh, they're out of my size. You can get it in the ever popular black or the stay at home green. You can also buy the bandana that has the fabulous Kinetic chicken with
logo.
the safety mask on logo, which I definitely want.
Mm-hmm.
There is, and the merchandise closes tonight, midnight, Pacific Daylight Time. So
be sure you
please
get it.
buy early, buy often, because you won't be able to after it's done.
Yes, get some holiday gifts now while you can.
And because everything's being made to order, there aren't going to be extras for sale later.
Right.
Just what you need now. So this is your one and only chance. And then you can also go on to eBay and you can check out, there's a page on the Kinetic Sculpture in Place at kineticgrandchampionship.com for the art auction and the hero awards. This is going until next Saturday. And that money goes to, all of this goes to support our beloved museum. That
and big thanks to June Moxon
for that brilliant idea of resurrecting the hero awards. And here's the thing. If you have somebody in your life, like a nurse, a cashier, a veteran, somebody who's on the front lines, you can get this hero award and give it to them. And you can support the museum and you can support the people you love.
All at the same time.
I'm going to suggest, even though it's only May 25th, Christmas shopping, t-shirts, bandanas.
Yep.
These are going to be real keepsakes, like the likes of which we've never seen before and hopefully we'll never see again. So this is your big chance. So we're going to see the pageantry, all the pageantry. And then when we come back to the lives, well, that's part of the live stream. When you come back to us, we'll be ready for the awards ceremony. Is that right, Jay? Okay. Thank you again to everybody for participating in whichever way you are, whether you're a glorious spectator or a team or an official or a timer or anything like that.
And Jay, about how long do we have for the...
Okay.
All right, 31?
Roll pageantry. We'll see you in 31 minutes.
To go through some. Hello and welcome to Alice in Corona Land. We are going to go through some of our required items for you. First of all, let's do some introductions. Here we have Toria Wasik. Toria Wasik, some of the people who have been around the Kinetic Sculpture Race might remember her as the cute little blonde back from the Yakima days. She helped with the Biking Vikings for 2003.
I also have memory dating back all the way to the Nightmare of the Returning Iguana back in 2000.
Reoccurring Nightmare of the Iguana.
Yes, that
okay. All right. And then we have her fiance, Zach. Zach is awesome. He has been helping us out with everything, with the engineering on everything. And we have me. I'm Sandy Lee Wong, and I had been a part of a couple different Kinetic teams from 2000 to 2003, from the Tsunami Princess, Biking Vikings, the Reoccurring Nightmare of the Iguana, and the Pirate Sans Pants. Anyway, but let's go on to where we are now, deep in the art of Texas. So some of our required items. We have all of our little masks for us, plus our little eggs in their masks. And our Judy bear is actually a white rabbit. And so our Judy Bear has her very own beautiful little rose-themed mask. And of course, our whole thing is the Alice in Corona Land. So off with their heads if the roses aren't red. And our little Judy Bear has been working very hard trying to get all those roses red. We have our toothbrushes for our eggs. 1, 2, 3. We have our toothbrushes for Toria and Zach, and we have my toothbrush right there. One thing about this queen, she loved all of the toilet paper. So we have our Bounty and we have our Charmin. And what could be a Corona without a crown? So we have this beautiful crown that Toria actually won in a competition back in March. And this is actually our contraption that you guys will see a little bit more of a little bit later. And then this was used as the base for our egg run. And it is a Fiesta coronation train because, you know, we are in Texas. So there we are. So nice to meet you guys. Can't wait to see you. Viva Kinetics!
Scout of the blue, the world has gone scout of order.
We can't go scout about the town anymore. People are scout of work.
And toilet paper.
Oh no. We'll scout from our house?
We'll scout with our mouse.
We'll scout in our room.
We'll scout on Zoom.
We'll scout over here. And scout over there.
We scout 'cause we care.
This is getting out of hand.
Should we stop scouting?
Never.
Right. When the world is under the weather, we need scouts now more than ever. What should we do?
Stay prepared.
Do our best.
Have fun and scout on together.
The board called. The race is canceled. And your cat is dead.
Darn it, Eleanor. Why did you put it like that? You could have led with the cat.
Steve! Phone call! Hello, Steven.
Oh, it's you. My cat just died. Be quick.
I heard that little race thing of yours got canceled. That's unfortunate.
Hello, Skinny.
Don't be nice to him. What do you want, Alice? It better involve glory.
Glory galore. My research turtles have located a whale trapped in nets. It's near you. I thought you could take that little submarine of yours out and help the poor thing. Now that you have free time, I'd owe you one.
You already owe me one. But yeah, okay. For the glory. Here's the place. I don't see anything. Anybody see anything?
There she blows! Off the starboard bow!
Oh, I see her now. Get close, Klaus.
You freed my friend. Thank you so much.
Our race got canceled. We're looking for glory anywhere we can find it.
Yes, your race is canceled. I didn't think you knew.
Wait, what?
Your race, the human race, it's been canceled. You are canceling yourselves with poisoned air, poisoned water, poisoned relationships. So we decided to cancel you before you canceled everyone else.
But not all humans. We love the ocean.
Yes, well, you did save the whale. I'll grant you a boon. Follow the whale to Queen Aphrodite and hear what she has to say. There will be challenges on the journey, but at the end, you may regain some glory.
So it's a quest. A quest for glory. Look, there's something you don't see every day.
We should give it a look-see.
I don't like the looks of it. Is that a dead man's egg drop?
We'll send an intern. Vikram,
Yes,
get on the remote viewer. We have to keep an eye on an intern.
I'll get right on it.
All right. That's the first good thing that's happened to me in a long time.
Classy. There goes the whale!
Look, there's another of those things you don't see every day.
I don't like the looks of it. That's a Humboldt water crossing. What's it doing under the ocean?
Send an intern. For the glory!
For the glory!
There goes the whale!
I hope I don't run out of interns.
Ovo Madness Mud Run? I hope that's the last of the things that we don't see every day.
Send an intern. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, but where?
There goes the whale!
Let's find out. Follow that whale.
Hold on!
Now she's something you don't see every day.
I'm not even sure what I'm looking at.
I can't look.
Why did you come here? Haven't you humans done enough?
Our glorious race got canceled. And we're seeking glory wherever we can find it. We've collected clean air, clean water, clean energy.
Rumpf, you think those trinkets of conquest have value here? No, no glory for you. Do you actually have clean water, clean air, clean energy? No. Bah. You You are worthless. Your glorious race is still cancelled.
She's a bigger bitch than you are, Eleanor.
I think she has a point.
We can change. We can grow. I'm not even hatched yet.
Can you, though? Maybe you can adapt. But you must fundamentally shift how you relate with each other and with the world around you. You must truly care for one another. Care for this planet, your home. Care for all the species in it and on it. Only then you will once again know glory.
I knew it wasn't going to be easy. For the glory?
For the glory!
For the glory, Steve.
Eu não sei do filme, não sinto ficar, não canto não frequento bar. Assim me sinto bem, sozinho a ninguém. Eu não vou mostrar a meu sábado do filme.
Hi, this is Speed Racer, Reed Spacer, without my daughter Emily, who for years has been my shining art and pageantry star, here in Corvallis, Oregon to perform We'll Get Through This with Grace. I think that without Emily singing, this will be enough off-key to not trigger the silencing algorithms in the streaming software. Here goes. There's no challenge like keeping a safe distance from you all. Everything about it is appalling. All the time we have to stay apart. Nowhere I'm really likely to be stalling than when I'm trying to make my art. There's no thrill like inventing all these gizmos at my place. Even with a system I'm afraid will break every egg, even the one that's fake. I'm sure that it will work right on my next retake. I'll get through this with grace. The egg drop, the water, the mud run, and more. The quarantine that keeps us all apart. The toothbrush, the Judy, the face mask you wore. The things we do, 'cause we all love Hobart. The videos we worked so hard to make. I think I'm on my 17th retake. There's no place like your backyard. It's the place we've got to stay. Everything about it is revealing. More than the officials will permit. Nowhere will your art need more concealing than when you're building a piece of scrap. There's no hardship like making egg devices at our place. Not when we've been used to working side by side, but now this policy we must abide. Got to wait till all the COVID germs subside. We'll get through this with grace. The new rules that Katie and Jeno have shared. The challenge is to upload all on time. The weekend where all this will hopefully be aired. The spectators that cheer for us online. No running start to sculptures all pristine. No finish line to cross when we're unclean. There's no time in our lives like when we sing these silly songs. All our best Kinetic friends are cheering, counting off the seconds till we're done. Poking fun at folks we find endearing, but never smearing a single one. There's no people like racers, they keep striving for that ace. This year will be different 'cause it's so extreme. I just want to be with my team. Separate or together, we still share this dream. We'll get through this with grace. We'll get through this with grace. Thank you.
Welcome to the Haminator pageantry video. We don't actually have any pageantry, so we thought instead we would show you what we do have, which is a small farm. It's not actually a farm, we have delusions of grandeur, but we call it that. We call it Early Spring Farm. So before we look around that, I want to introduce you to the team members. This is Ben. He provides fiery hair to the Haminator.
As well as the actual art.
As well as the art. He drew our portrait, the Haminator's portrait. This is Lucy Haminator. She provides the flamboyant clothing aspect of the Haminator conglomerate. And the mask. And she sewed all of our masks. That's correct. This is John. I guess you can tell what he provides for the Haminator conglomerate.
I provided this and the children.
The goatee. Well, you had some collaboration there. Yes. He also is in charge of the indestructible toy destroyer, part of the Haminator. Nikki, say hi. Good boy. He's very hot right now. It's finally warm today after a long time. And I'm Kira. I provide the earrings for the Haminator. And
I'm the voice of the Haminator.
And I'm the voice of a lot of it. This is Juju Bear. We introduced you to Juju Bear in one of our other videos, but I think you're watching this one first. So Juju Bear has been with us for quite some time. They were originally created for the Kinetic sculpture race that we never ended up entering that year, and has been with us ever since, and this year came in useful. It's interesting that you call it a Judy Bear, because Juju was what Lucy called Ben when he was growing inside my body, and so born. That's why this is Juju Bear. And here are our eggs. Right. These are not our actual eggs that participated in the challenge. They are models, but they are modeling the egg masks, also created by Lucy, and of course the toothbrushes, which roughly color coordinate with the mask holders. And we all had our masks, which you saw in the other shot. So that is us. And then we also have here, there's our barn over there where most of the action took place. You can see the canoe beside it over there. You might notice in all of the run videos that in the back of the car, Juju Bear is supervising, except in the one that they are actually actively participating in. There are goats, which you can also see in some of our other videos. I think just a minute ago you saw our honeybees. We have 2 hives of bees that are very active right now. And then down there that you can barely see through the bush is
Jay, I think the video froze. Ah. Okay, restart the stream. Sure, let's go for it.
What are we doing?
Say again. And just tell us when we're ready. Understood.